before I went on my mission, we had some people over to an open house, and people give you advice, and I feel like people just kept on telling me, make sure you're obedient, make sure you're obedient, make sure you're obedient. What, you think I'm a rebel or something? I didn't understand, but man, was that great advice. And I guess I'll just echo it, what I was told. Obedience is paramount, and it's all in the little decisions, and then as you're obedient, you qualify yourself for the Spirit, and you're showing the Lord how much you value His counsel and His direction, so that's the first thing. The second thing, and again, I'll go, try to put myself in my shoes before I went on my mission, and I just think about people would say how missions are hard. I wouldn't understand. What do you mean missions are hard? I thought, well, first of all, I thought, you go to the MTC, they sprinkle some magic dust on you, and you become like a perfect robot, and you kind of get in a time machine, and then all of a sudden you're back, because people talk about how fast their missions go by and things. And that was totally a misunderstanding, obviously. It's real. That happens. You live every moment of it. And I'll be honest, sometimes it feels like, wow, I'm going to be out here for forever. There was no life before. There's not going to be life after. Like, this is life. And so, but again, so people said missions are hard, and I didn't understand. You go around and you teach people the gospel. You talk to people, and what's so hard about that? But don't make the same mistake I made. A mission is hard. It was the hardest thing I ever did, but it was also the best thing. Truly the best thing. And those were the two things that made my mission this so wonderful and so worth it. It was the obedience and hard work. And there will be days where you're frustrated and you're sad, and you might even miss home a little bit. But then you move on, you press forward, you go and talk to the next person. You become to live outside yourself. And when I first went on my mission, I went because I loved people. I had a lot of friends back home that I loved, and I wanted them to have the gospel, and I would have done anything for them to have the gospel. But right now I've been called to serve the people in England, and I knew that the Lord had people out there that were great people, and that if I was willing to work my guts out for my friend that I love so much back home, that I should be willing to work for them. And so that's what I did. And so, that's a good thing. It's a good thing to want to work for people. But the turning point of my mission was whenever I learned that I needed to work for the Lord. I came to a point on my mission where it was really probably the turning point of my life. I wanted to serve the people, obviously, and I felt like I was doing everything I could, and that things weren't happening the way I wanted them to happen. And I was broken down. The Lord had broken me down. He'd humbled me, and I was praying, and I prayed for a long time, and I didn't see an angel. I didn't hear the voice of the Lord. But at the end of that prayer, I had one thought, and I know it's from the Spirit now. And the thought that came to my mind was, I don't know what I'm doing. Clearly, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll do it for you. And from that point forward, when I went out to work, and when I went out and gave my best effort, I did it because I knew the Lord wanted me to do it. And like I said, from that point forward, my mission changed. And I had a lot of great experiences before that, don't get me wrong. But truly, the windows of heaven were open at that point, and so many blessings came. It was truly awesome. So